is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go here in New Orleans. This will be returned from the 6. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. He works free, right side. He's inside the 30. And he is gone. 78 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along. I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll go play action here with Chuck. A dive and a catch. Incredible. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
15 yards. That's good for a Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, it's Chuck. We'll get that complete to Mason Tipton. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Lions' 35-yard line.
Chuck to throw on 2nd down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd down, they need 5.
3rd and 5.
Now a give running left with Kamara. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. And it is shut. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Once again, it's Gibbs. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards at that one. Canadian-born Nathan Shepard. They're on the stop. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
But you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively, because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
It's a gain of 11. And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 36.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's Shuck. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Here's first and 10.
13 yards on the play. That's another Saints first down.
Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. So, just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Devon Vele was the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
This is one of those things that rookie quarterbacks just really struggle with early on in the NFL. If you just stare down your primary read, you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. So continue to work through your progressions, take what's there, find the open receiver, and with more reps, this is something that you have to imagine he's going to really improve at.
Now Shuck on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. And now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
They'll go. And here's Shuck. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask. And the defense turns them away. Goff to throw on first down. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And now he loses the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. Goff to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. That is hard. And he will go all the way. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. And this is not close. He missed it wide to the right. No good. And no extra point. Another extra point opportunity here. A little bit easier following the penalty. And the kick is good. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. On the ground, this is Kendry Miller. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. They've got it second down and 11. On the handoff, it's Kamara. He'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll go again here with Kamara.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He's got the first down and more than that. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
2 yards. That's good for a Saints first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Shuck. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up
Second down and 8.
The 12-yard line.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, it's Shuck. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Mason Tipton. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
This taken in at the 8-yard line, and he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and a yard. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Third and inches.
No gain on the play. It's now third and less than a yard.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down. Now Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
Really nice job there of not only tracking the ball, but then putting yourself in position to make the play. And that's step one. I promise you step two on that sideline. His secondary coach is saying, hey, next time you can get your hand on the ball, let's try to come away with that takeaway.
It's Isaac to slot. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
That's good for a Lions first down.
Here's Gibbs. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. They'll come up here, first and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
A run here with Gibbs. And some good blocking. Springing it. A gain of 9 as we get to third down. To throw is Goff. Got his man at the 6. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
That's another Detroit Lions.
Gibbs goes over the top and into the end zone. Touchdown. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On first down, shut. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here is Shuck on first and 10. This one complete right side. And they're going to have a first down. And they're in field goal range as well, down inside the 20.
That's another Saints first down.
Shuck. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. It's a give now to come out. Yeah. Taking our defenders, plowing forward. A pickup of 5.
taken down at the
Been a good
14-yard
drive,
line.
but they need to
It's a
convert
gain
here
of 5.
on 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
His kick is good. And the Saints cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And at this point, they need all the points they can get. So kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. And I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. 37-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Chuck. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Looking to throw. Here is Chuck. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Saints.
They run out of the gun with Miller. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Miller. Space to run inside the 20. And he will score! Kendre Miller, touchdown Saints. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Goff. He's got his man. Right side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
The Lions first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Lions.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down. Flush to his right. And they will finally track him down. Great coverage downfield. Leads to a sack. Demario Davis focused on the quarterback there, and he ran him down for a loss of 6. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Moving outside the pocket, and he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. On 2nd down, Goff. On the run to the right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line. Here's Gibbs. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Now another try at 1st and goal, albeit from a little further back. Here's Goff. Moving to his left. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Not the coverage. Excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal. Throwing here is Goff. Rolling to the left. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Khalif Raymond. Touchdown, Lions. Beautiful play on the move out of the pocket to his left. And he finds the end zone for the touchdown. What a play, Greg.
It really was. And how often do we see quarterbacks that really are trying to make a play, throw the ball into maybe a crowd, throw it into tight coverage, especially down here in the red zone? You have to protect the ball and make great choices, and he keeps that one alive, and it pays off.
That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision got it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. Forced out wide. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll go, and here's Shuck. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked, and they will turn it over on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
Here now, 2nd down and goal.
2nd and goal.
They'll run with Gibbs, and he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this 3rd quarter has come to an end. Now from a yard farther back, it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Goff. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point try.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it and give it to Gibbs. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On 1st and 10, here's Shuck. That's deep for Olave. That is brought in. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 36 yards.
At the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's Shuck. Wide open, middle of the field. He's got his receiver. And he's in. Devon Valen. Touchdown, New Orleans. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see him.
And he gets into the end zone for the 2. So it's not over yet. It's back to a 2-score game.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances, and boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
On first down, it's Goff. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now, Goff. His throw, left side, for Small. He's got him. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Goff to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
He's going to dial up another deep ball. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And this is not going to do the trick. Not even close to where they need it to be. Turn it over. On down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 29-yard line.
From the gun, it's shot. This one complete to Palmer. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a big one. This 3rd down.
And 14.
Now Shuck. To the right side. He's got Polk. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A gain of 6 yards.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they need 8 yards to keep it going. 4th and 8. They'll indeed go, and it is Shuck. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And he's going to have the Saints 1st down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. That one, taken in. Devon Bailey. Touchdown, New Orleans.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
In trouble, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Goff to throw on 1st down. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Lions 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Detroit.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. From the gun, it's Goff. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball.
And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way, a back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
This is going to be caught. So it's an 8-point swing. Not just a pick 6, but add on a 2-point conversion. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Shuck looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. Picked off by Rock Yassin. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback. And I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff.
The Lions will set up for the 2.
Now Goff. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Saints 30.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here is Shuck on 1st and 10. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
for this quarterback and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
First down.
To throw is shut. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To the air is shut. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruise in this one.
When I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check. Bust the rhymes up in the place, true indeed.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. And off we go from Ford Field. He'll be out of bounds just past the 25. On play action, Goff. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield, and what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Detroit. He'll go play action with Goff. Right back to Williams. They connect again. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down. This is something they teach defensive linemen, Mike, that, of course, we want to get to the quarterback and pressure and hit him and ultimately sack him. But if you don't think you're going to get there, when his hand comes off the ball, your hands go up. Get in that throwing lane, get a deflection, and he's able to force the incomplete.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Quick throw here is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down. Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to take this past the 45, but that's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down. And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
On 2nd down, it's Chuck. Uncaught Devon Vele. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A give up the middle with Kamara. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Saints first down.
They'll go again here with Kamara. Open space inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game, and you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Lions ball to begin the second quarter. They have it, 2nd and 4 coming up. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. He'll push forward for about a yard. Mario Davis there on the play.
33-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. That'll be intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Shuck. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
And you can see really why this offense has leaned on the ground game. I mean, can't you, Mike? I mean, the passing attack really needs somebody to provide a spark because they have not been able to get anything going here before the half.
And that is incomplete.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
They'll go, and here's Shuck. He's got his man, it's Hill. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They convert in style there. Big play on 4th and long. Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
This taken at the 5. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The tight end going in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
10 yards on the pickup.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Lions first down.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Heat Turner. He gets in to drop it. It's a loss of 8. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff is caught left side by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. The Lions call their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position.
on my side for the night. Take your time, get your life, dirty night. The career is more at stake when you in your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line.